this cloudy day at Daytona as we await Season 4 qualifying. A lot of drivers hoping to break Bill Elliott's 42.783 second record. As the first car is going out on the track, and that is the 31 rookie Henrietta Fitzwater. After winning at New Hampshire as a part-timer last season, she is going to be running full-time and going for Rookie of the Year honors in that 31 Chevrolet. As now James Morton, who was Rookie of the Year last season. He did not win a race. He will maybe be looking to win his first race this season. Scott Greeny, who won 2 races last year. Henry Cavanaugh, who finished 3rd in the part-timers race earlier yesterday, is here for qualifying. Logan Scott, one of the final 4 drivers from this past season. Benjamin Dion, Ryan Shea, who got his first career win last season. Peyton Goodwin, who was winless last season. Tony Vieira. Greg Lyons, a rookie in the 21, who the team will be running for full-time. Benjamin Tilton back in the 11. Michael Beeson, the All-Star winner. Micah Kidney, Logan York, who won the part-timers championship running full-time. Road course expert Sean Galligan will be running in the 64 full-time. There's Season 2 champion Nico Tringali. There's last year's champion Zachary Rogers. Robert Rogers, who won the part-timers race. John Linares is out on track. Michael Amato, the Season 1 champ. Adam Rogers, Cody Russell. Kate Rogers, Steve Cavallo, who's the all-times win leader. Now, a lot more drivers. Here's Frank Hopkins, Michael Naylor, as they will start forming a pack here. Peter Sands is out on track. Benjamin Moso. Eric Powers, Jim Morton, Chris Washer in the Zero. Michael Parker, we just skipped over. Stephanie Benas. Karen Vieira, who won the most races last year with the number 3. Allison Rogers, Peggy Bowling, Nolan Bergeron, Austin Alves. They're going to be forming a really big pack here. Michael Santos. There's Carol Morton, another rookie coming, a rookie from last season coming out on the track. Right now, Sean Galligan is fastest. Alan Cavernero, who had a very bad season last year, looking to rebound this year, or he will probably be a part-timer next season. Nathan Rogers coming out on track as they are running in these packs now. Pit road is empty as we have a long 20-minute qualifying segment here. Right now, Logan York, Sean Galligan on the front row with Zachary Rogers in 3rd and Greg Lyons 4th. Now Michael Naylor to the front with Frank Hopkins in 2nd. Oh, and we have a crash. There was a crash. Oh boy. Big crash here in turns 1 and 2. Peyton Goodwin was involved. Looks like Ryan Shea, Tony Vieira were involved. Big wreck. And we will have to pause qualifying for the moment. Cody Russell, Adam Rogers on top. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here, as Nathan Rogers is yet to get out. We did not have any wrecks in the part-timer series, so this is very interesting. And it looks like it happened way, way in front of everybody. And it looks like it might have started with Alan Cavernero. And this is just a scenario of not knowing where your boundaries are, as the 81's going to think he's clear the 22 and clips her. Kate Rogers. And he's going to spin. That's where all this smoke came from. Then Alan is just going to think he can come right back up on the track. And Michael Naylor has nowhere to go. Peggy Bowling gets involved. Peyton Goodwin gets involved here. Tony Vieira. And it looks like that was it. But those are just some things you cannot do. Let's get back to live action in a minute here. We are back here live. Peyton Goodwin with damage will have to return to pit road. Kate Rogers returning to pit road. Cavanero is already back in his pit stall. Ryan Shea is going to continue. Right now, Cody Russell and Adam Rogers are on the board. But we still have 15 minutes remaining. Alan Cavanero will be coming back out on track already. Hopefully he don't do another boneheaded move, as Alan is currently 42nd, because that was his only lap he put down. So he is the only driver that has to yet put down a real lap. But Cody Russell and Adam Rogers are holding the top two spots with the only under 38-second lap times so far. Now let's take a highlight at some of our rookies this season. We do have a lot more rookies this season than last season, I believe. Starting off with Frank Hopkins in 17, who is currently in 6th place here, running behind teammate Austin Alves. Now Eric Powers is a part-timer, so he doesn't count. Greg Lyons is the second rookie, who is currently in 30th, as we see Peggy Bowling making her move back. As now Micah Kidney and Logan York have topped the charts for 1st and 2nd. We'll get to that later. Henrietta Fitzwater, the third rookie, currently in 12th. Logan York, currently 3rd. Sean Galligan, 23rd, coming back out on track. And we have a total of 5 rookies, I believe. As now Michael Amato just put down a good lap. With Cody Russell, it appears. So right now, Michael Amato, Season 1 champion, and Micah Kidney in the 41 are on the top of the board. Just a reminder, there are no duels. I don't do duels. Where you start is where you lap time is where you're gonna start. As Cavanero is currently the slowest car, he has yet to get under 39 seconds. I think that's due to having no drafting help. As it seems, a lot of drivers are starting to go back down pit road. As now Logan Scott just put down a good lap. Holy crap. A 37.724. As that was a really fast lap racing behind teammate Scott Greening. Now Nolan Bergeron will jump to 2nd. Cavanero's back here. He's still in 41st. Now Peter Sands just jumped to the top of the board. And they're starting to get under that 38-second barrier really quick. Kate Rogers up to 3rd. And Peter Sands with a blistering 37.696 second lap time. As these drivers seem to put down a good lap and then they fall off. As right now, James Morton and Alan Cavanero are the slowest. Let's see where last season's pole qualifier is. And oh boy, Michael Beeson almost caused the wreck, and Michael Santos is in the wall. That was close. Back to what I was saying earlier, let's check on Michael Naylor is currently in 12th place, riding behind teammate Steve Cavallo. As Cavanero went into pit road again. as he now comes out. Let's see, our champions are all in the top 10. Michael Amato currently in 7th. He's on pit road. Nico Tringali's currently in 8th out on the track. And Zachary Rogers is in 9th. And he is running with Buddy Nico right here. But right now, Peter Sands is on the top of the board. Be back shortly after this quick 20-second break. It was more of a minute-long break. Zachary Rogers just put down a 37.556. Eric Powers jumped to 18th for a second there. And Alan Cavanero is by far put down the worst lap so far. And I don't even know where the heck he is. Let's see if we can find Alan Cavanero. He's running here with Sean Galligan. Sean Galligan 37th. Carol Morton is diving down pit road. Cavanero finally putting in the good lap, goes to 33rd. Sean Galligan will move to 30th. And Peter Sands is back to the top of the board yet again. Putting down a 37.548. Beats Zachary Rogers' lap by a mere 8/1000ths of a second. Kate Rogers 3rd, Logan York 4th, and they are all in here. Micah Kidney in 7th. Right now, the worst driver is Benjamin Tilton with a 38.298. But currently, 22 drivers under the 38-second barrier. Sean Galligan moved up to 22nd, I think I just saw. Frank Hopkins is going to go down the pit road, get some fresh tires. Maybe add some more grill tape. There's this thing to highlight. Let's talk about Sean Galligan, knowing that there are going to be a lot of road course races this season. The first one at Riverside, then a Road America, so back-to-back. Those are races 7 and 8. Then we head over the Bullet, which is an oval, but it's kind of in his native country area. Well, it's in Europe, so... Then we go to Puco, which is a road course right before the chase. And then the real strength is if Sean can make the chase, because then you've got Watkins Glen as the second race, Daytona road course, and Dubai as the 4th and 6th races, respectively. Also, Rockingham, UK is in that round. And then Sonoma is the last race of the second to last round, which is race 9, is at Sonoma. So if Sean can make the chase, he is in very good shape, considering how much of a road course genius he is. He is driving for Michael Waltrip Racing, who has expanded back to 4 cars, the 64, the 66, adding on to the 15 and 55 this year. The only one there that has a part-time is Emerson Arden in the 66. There's a little over 6 minutes remaining, and Peter Sands is still on top of the board. Zachary Rogers is still in 2nd. Peter Sands has not won a race in this series yet. Neither has teammate Sam York, who is now a part-timer. He did not make this race. He almost won it back in Season 2. But Peter Sands has been 2nd plenty of times. He's been one of those good drivers. He's had a lot of top 5s and not won a race. He's looking to change things this season. Kate Rogers in front of him, currently in 3rd. That's another teammate as Peter will duck down to pit road. Kate did not run a race in last season either, and I don't think she's won a race in her career yet as well. Logan York in 4th. Logan Scott is 5th. Then Michael Naylor, last year's pole sitter, in 6th. Micah Kidney is 7th. Cody Russell 8th. Steve Grawl 9th. And Nico Tringali is in 10th. As Logan Scott, we just saw, is coming back onto the track. And let's see, Alan Cavanero is 29th and on pit road taking a pit stop. Sean Galligan is in 11th right now. They're running in a bit of a pack here. Going to take one more quick break and then we'll come back to end qualifying. We're back here quickly. Now we're on focus on Adam Rogers, who won 2 of the last 3 races last year. He won Atlanta and he won Armory Digital. Now him and Nolan Bergeron coming out on track in front of these guys here. Adam currently in 27th. And now Peter Sands, Zachary Rogers, the only drivers under the 37.6 second mark. And then Kate Rogers and Logan York are the only drivers under the 37.7 second mark. So those are currently the 4 fastest cars we've got here today. We have about 3.5 minutes remaining here if anybody can get a lap down. Peter Sands on pit road, waiting for maybe to see if anybody does beat his lap. Zachary Rogers is just gotten back out on the track. His father and teammate Robert Rogers is behind him, and they might be getting ready to go for their big lap here. Michael Amato behind there with Benjamin Mimoso, Chris Washer, Kate Rogers. Robert Rogers is going to duck down low, and this will probably screw over any hope of a good lap Zachary had. But these cars in front of him are not fast anyway. Kate Rogers going down the pit road. And Chris Washer just jumped to 5th with a 37.690, making him the 5th driver to get under 37.7 seconds. Peter Sands now coming back out onto the track with 2.5 minutes remaining. Chris Washer setting a blistering lap. Benjamin Mimoso is going to call it quits here. He is currently 17th. Greg Lyons making his first career start, currently 39th. They are not running that fast. Peggy Bolin coming down the pit road. It looks pretty done to me. Peter Sands running by himself with 1.5 minutes remaining. Putting down a 40-second lap time here, running by himself. Pretty dang good. Well, it looks like he will be the track record breaker here in a Ford. Zachary Rogers currently will look like he will start 2nd. Looking for any packs here. This looks like a good pack right here. As Karen Vieira and Robert Rogers just took the pole. Robert Rogers took the first with a 37.464. Zachary Rogers back up to 2nd with a 37.514. Peter Sands drops to 3rd. Well, that's calling it, not counting your chickens before they hatch. Chris Washer in 4th. Karen Vieira was up to 7th. Henry Kavanaugh in 8th. Michael Naylor 10th. These guys, this group here just put down a lot of good lap times. And now Alan Cavanero just jumped up to 7th. 20 seconds remaining. Can anybody drop that big lap? Michael Parker just jumped up to 10th. As we will exit here. Standing by. Qualifying is almost over. 30 seconds remaining. These guys trying to put down one more lap. As Peter Sands must be numbstruck. But 3rd is still a pretty good starting spot for the 500. The top 10 is not changing. Time's up. There you go, folks. That is the starting lineup. Robert Rogers and Zachary Rogers on the front row. Teammates. Father and son. 2 Chevys. Peter Sands, Chris Washer in row 2. Kate Rogers, Logan York, row 3. Alan Cavanero, Karen Villa, row 4. Henry Cavanaugh, and Michael Parker in row 5. As we get ready, we will get ready for qualifying, and I will see you guys for the race.